I've debugged my microphone having weird issues. See, I don't even know what exactly the issue was because I couldn't hear it, but I saw on OBS that there was some sound constantly happening in the background that I don't know what the heck was going on. So I have a USB mic, a Blue Yeti, because uh what's the word I'm looking for? Blue Yeti is like for the people um that think they're trying to be cool streamers but don't know any better and don't know enough to buy an actual good microphone. And this is not necessarily my opinion. This is an opinion that I've absorbed from some other streamers. I think Blue Yeti used to be um the shit, but well, just like the Dazzle used to be the shit, times change, and now people use much better microphones. I bet it's mostly because streaming or being a YouTuber was not a professional thing before, and it was an industry dominated by children, basically. Um, Children and idiots. And it's still kind of the latter, um, the idiots make significantly more money now, and so they can afford to spend uh, not that much more money, but more money on a microphone. Actually, which reminds me, um, do I really want to? Do I even want to? I don't think I even want to. I presume that you can't see the window that I opened. That was my Amazon account, but on some level, I don't even want to risk it. So I'm just gonna look it up on my phone because I added the fancier mic to my wish list just as in case I feel the need to buy a fancier microphone at some point in the future. I wanted it there because it's yes, this is a recommendation that is actually trustworthy. If only. Oh man, I can't believe how slow the freaking app loads. Um, what am I looking for? Oh my god, El Unknown! Holy crap, you are back. This is amazing. I'm so glad to see you. Where have you been, man? How's it going? How's life? How's your wife and kids? Okay, I found the microphone I was talking about. Shure SM7B. Shure is spelled Shure. That's the that's the now real entry level microphone. It used to be a Blue Yeti, and now it's graduated to the Shure SM7B. And I could buy that. I could afford it. I am a programmer. I can afford to buy that. COVID. Oh my God, El Unknown. I'm amazed that you're survived. Actually, that's probably an overreaction. Because COVID is this weird thing where if it feels like 50% of the time it's no worse than just a cold. It's like a mild cold at that. But then for some people it's life changing. Like it's a months long process. So if you are only, away from the stream for a couple days, I have to assume, well then again streaming isn't very watching a stream can't be that taxing, can it? I don't know. How was the COVID been? What flavor of COVID did you get? Is it really bad? Inquiring minds want to know. And I'm still setting up my things here. I probably want to switch this window. Vanilla flavored COVID. That's good. I'm quite partial to vanilla myself. Okay, I think this window is like open. Yeah, okay. All right. So let's see. What have I been doing? Last stream, I remember Daniel showed up, and then he tried to get me to rewrite my server in Zig. And he told me that nobody's gonna like my multiplayer, and I should make it better, and also that I should improve the UI. Some of those things may be true as well, but I told him to fuck off. And I think I also got some programming done as well. Where are we at? So the server. Okay, let me look at the server code for a second. All right, I wrote it out for myself. That's good. So the server is it's falling into a pattern now, which I think is a good thing. Where basically everything I want the server to be able to do is controlled via this variable. And well, right now it can do 5 things. And in the future I want it to do at least 7 things. And then once the server can do all of its things, oh no, because then the server still needs to do scoring. That's a lot. Okay, no, there's just like an infinity of work left to do still. Okay, there's an infinity of work left to do. But once I do this little batch of work on the server, then I can probably go do some stuff on the client. Oh my goodness, hey look, it's MemeMan1984. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. So these are the 7 things that my server can do, and I'm kind of okay at putting them into functions. You know, like after you've written the first 5 of them, it's like a little bit easier to figure out how to do them. I'm still really bad at C programming. And what we're doing right now is this username registration thing. Right? Okay, well this is... I saw the word registration and I'm like, ah, that must be it. No, it's actually this. No, wait, what is it? It's actually going to be 6. Okay, it's number 6. And so this is a multiplayer server. The user needs to tell us their name so that I can have something to display to people to like indicate that there's people in their game. Ultimately, we're gonna need like authentication or something at some point. That's very far away. That's so far away. It's not even funny. I plan to demo this like version of the multiplayer thing in December, and it's certainly not going to have authentication because it's going to be like a free thing, and people can just put whatever name they want. And the only thing the server needs to do is make sure that you're not having the same name as someone else. That's literally all I care about. Um, and I could do some crazy thing to like prevent people putting naughty things as their name, but I'm not even gonna do that. It's gonna be great. I program in C plus as well. C plus. C plus? Okay. My family is Asian though. When I told my dad I program in C plus, he demanded that I learn A plus. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think isn't C plus okay, now I'm making it not funny, but isn't C plus an actual language? C plus plus is normally the thing, but is C plus also a language? Let's see. List of programming languages. I think Wikipedia has it. Yeah, here we go. Let's check it out. All right, Wikipedia wants your money, but besides that, it's not? No. I could have sworn C plus was a language. There's also C minus minus, which is funny. It's only localized in Japan? That sounds made up. That sounds completely made up. No freaking way. Is C plus like C? Oh look, Jai. We love Jonathan Blow around here. Is C plus a programming language? Is C plus a programming language? Alright, Google, look, check this out, alright? Get owned. But this is Quora. Wait. What? What? C plus is a brand name of the soft drink Sunkist in some places. Are you talking about... Look, I know you said you're a programmer, but did you are you confused and instead that you thought that you drank something and that made you a programmer? Okay, so the leading consensus on the internet is that C plus doesn't exist. Now that's exciting for you, meme man, because if it does exist, then you could like get Reddit gold or something, I'm sure. People would be very impressed with your niche knowledge if you can prove that. Why do I need to say C++ when it's easy to say C+? Alright, well now you're backpedaling, but you know what? I'll allow it. Alright, so here I am scrolling through my code. Okay, so here's the function that we're going to use. It doesn't really work yet, but this way I can like control find it and stuff. Sunkist is awesome. It's the drink of every great coder. I like Sunkist. Sure. Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board with that one. Yeah, why not? Sunkist, hit me up. I'll drink your sugar water. I don't have any standards. I mean, you don't have to not have standards to like Sunkist, actually. You know, let me be fair. Sunkist, it's sugar. It's great. Sugar's good. That's what I'll say is like, you know, good things taste good. I know that's like a controversial opinion sometimes, but yeah, good things do taste good. Yeah. Case in point, McDonald's. McDonald's food, it tastes good. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Actually, that's not true. I'm terribly ashamed to admit it, but I'm gonna admit it anyways. Okay, check this out. So we get from the client a message in the form of some bytes. Okay. And this code is not relevant. This is copied and pasted. And I don't know how big is the message? That's an important question that I need to know, is how big the message is. Isn't it? Isn't that... Oh no, I do know that. I know this, yes. Don't I? Oh man. It's so easy for me to forget what my code is doing. This is so bad. I'm pretty sure that decoded message in contains a message that is equal to header.payload length. I think that's true. So here's what we have to do. Okay, so my to-do, let's see if my to-do makes any sense. My to-do says I need to copy the payload to a temporary string, add the null character to the temporary string. That's right. Okay. So, yeah. So here's the thing, right? The way that we could do string comparison in C is using our strcomp, is how I'm going to decide to pronounce this. You can't just do like hello equals goodbye. Right? This doesn't work in C. That's nonsense. Okay. So what I have to do is I have to convert the thing that we're getting to a string. And what makes a string in C is it has to have a null character at the end of the string. Because if you don't have a null character at the end of your string in C, it's just going to think that the string goes on literally forever. And it'll overrun, it'll start looking at memory that it's not allowed to look at. Like, it'll look at memory that's being used by other programs. If your string isn't terminated with a null character. That's literally what we're looking at here. C is a great language. It's so much fun. Okay, so God, so I need to do mem copy into what? What am I mem copying into? Well, I need a temporary string. So I think, okay, I have to do memory allocation. So I'm going to do char star equals calloc. And see, this is also the hilarious thing is I don't have like IntelliSense, so I have to like go look up these things. It's completely insane. Okay, I need to know what calloc is. Okay, so you need to give it an nmemb and the size. Okay, so we know that the size is going to be size of char. And nmemb is going to be header payload length. +1. Yes. +1 for the extra null character. Okay. We now have memory that we can put our string into. And then we need to do memcopy or memcpy. And it's destination first. This is so great. Stir comp is unsafe. You're supposed to use S stir comp now? Oh my god, you might be right. Soap friend. Soap friend, you might have just saved us. Man S stir comp. Well, this is a problem. It doesn't think that S stir comp exists. Are you? I might have been wrong to believe in my new friend Soap friend. Have I been led astray? S stir comp. I'm using C, by the way, not C++. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, because look, when I search S stir comp in C, it doesn't seem to know what that is. I think you may be mistaken. Disappointing. Okay, our destination is temp string. And the source is the message, which we've already decoded. We had to decode it because we're using the WebSocket protocol, which I implemented myself. God, oh man, it's been fun. It's been wild. Okay, but we're not copying +1 characters over bytes actually. Okay, we're memcopying. So that's done it, right? That did it, and then the next thing we do is we say temp string the last thing, the last character, and set it equal to the null character. We did it. We now have a string. And now that we've converted the username that we got from the client to a string, now we can compare it to the all the other ones that are in existence currently. So that's exciting. I don't think I need this at all. So where's all the other ones? Where am I storing those? So all the other ones are here? Yes. Here's my client names, which I'm going to have to pass in. So I just copied this. I don't think we need all this data. We probably need num clients. We need these three. We need this one too. I don't think we need that, and we don't need that either. Okay. So we need this though. So this is a char star star. Okay, and then we're gonna iterate over all of these, and we have num clients. Okay. For int I is equal to 0. Oh, hey! Daniel, it's going good. Daniel's joining us over on YouTube. Everyone on Kick, say hi to the people on YouTube. Everyone on YouTube, say hi to the people on Kick. I am simulcasting. I get to I get one viewer on each side. So I've increased my viewership by 100% by simulcasting. Okay, client names I. We're going to compare. Oh, okay. We need to know what client this client is, though. We need to know what client this client is. Because I don't want to compare the current username to myself. I mean, so we're in a world where we assume that the player hasn't set their username yet. So their username would be stored as just like an empty string on the server right now. But but still, like, there's a possibility that you could set your name twice somehow. I don't know. So we still need to not check me, the current client that we're looking at. That's okay. So we want this so that we can send a message back. So I guess we need client index as well. Yeah, we need client index too. So that we can be like, if I is the current one, if it's me, don't compare. Okay. So now we're doing strcomp. This is how you compare strings in C. I'm pretty sure. I haven't heard back from SoapFriend. SoapFriend did say that I should use strcomp, but I can't find that. I don't know that it exists on C. There's also strncomp. Oh, that doesn't fill me with joy. I don't like having choices. The locale is not taken into account. What? The comparison is done using unsigned characters. I don't even want to know the concept of signed characters. Holy crap. strncomp is similar, except it only compares the first at most n bytes of S1 and S2. I think I've protected myself sufficiently from whatever problems strcomp could cause me. I think I've protected myself. What could happen potentially? Well, I guess so let me think. The user could have sent me some bytes, because that's what they're sending me. The user could have sent me some bytes that already has a null character in it somewhere. That's possible. Huh. Yeah. In that case... Oh, that's not great. I mean, the only person who would do that would be like some hacker dude. Null characters. what would happen in that case? Huh. That could be weird. I don't like that. That could be weird. Because I assume how strcomp works is it, looks at the two strings one by one, and it keeps going until it hits a null character in one or the other, something like that. That's not cool. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What the heck? Because the user could send us a null character. But that wouldn't... What would that actually do, though? I mean, I've added an extra null character at the end, just in case, I guess. I don't think that would actually be an issue. I think it's fine. I think it's weird, but I think it's fine. strcomp. strcomp this client name with the new one. And what is that going to tell me? I've forgotten. It returns 0 if they're equal. So all I need to do is check if it's 0, right? Okay. What is it? What data type does it return? It returns an int. Okay. Int strcomp, int, I could just do like an if. If these things are equal, then what? Okay, what if the user has asked to be named the same name as someone else that exists? I need to send some kind of message back, right? Well, I can break here. I guess, Boolean bool. Name is legal. Name is valid. Set it to, actually, we'll assume true, and then we'll see that it's false here. Okay, and then depending on whether the name is valid, oh, there's a couple other checks that I need to do here. Right, the username length. Yes. So I need to... We'll do int username length is equal to header payload length. Wait, oh my god, that's not true. Username length is payload length -4 because part of the payload, I really need to change this. I do this stupid thing in the code where so like the message that we get from the user is some number that's like 1 through 7 or whatever that indicates what the server is supposed to do, like which server behavior, basically which endpoint, which API we're trying to use of the server. It's not completely accurate because it's not really like an API. But anyways, so it's got that part, which is 4 bytes because it's an int, and then there's the rest of the payload, which is actually the user's message. But I send that whole thing to the function. So the first 4 bytes of the message that all the functions get is completely useless to the function. Can't do anything with it. So I need to change that. That would be a useful thing to change. I don't think I'm going to change it right now. Because it's going to break everything, and it would be really boring. And I just want to see this thing work. But I really ought to do that. I really ought to fix that. Okay, but anyways, the username length is payload length minus 4. So now, what we can do is we can be like, hey, if your username length is less than min username length, or I could do it, no, it's fine, or username length greater than max, then it's not valid. Now, should I just do nothing? Yeah, I think it's okay to just do nothing. I mean, I certainly print something here for testing purposes. All right. Okay, that's fine. And I'm okay with the server not doing anything. Like you might think like, oh, shouldn't you send a message back to the user that like, hey, your username's invalid? The client should take care of all that. So the only way that the user can possibly send me an invalid username is if they're trying to be naughty, and we just don't respond to people that are naughty. that's my server design ethos. Okay, but we successfully looked through all the current usernames, and now we're at step 4, profit, and I don't know how to do that exactly. So this is copied code. I do need to do some of this. I guess I make a new function like this. I guess I make a new one of these. Because all we want to send back to the user is a yes or a no. Literally. So I'll just make a function that does that. And we'll put it at the end of our list of functions. Because we kind of have a separate function for each of the different kinds of responses that we can do. Okay. So our payload, quote unquote, is going to be determined by, well, how do we do it? How do we want to? I guess I'll just have them send a Boolean. Sure. We'll call it, what kind of frame is it? It's a name response frame. And we don't have this, and the payload length is always a constant, so we don't need that to be passed in either. We do want a buffer passed in though. And we know that the header size is always going to be 2. The header size varies depending on the size of the message that you're sending. I forgot what data type payload length was. It's a size T. One. We're going to send 1 byte in response. So this is all fine. And this is fine. This is, I guess, fine. So we know we're gonna hit this. So we could just do this and then what? What are we? Okay, and then this is where we actually write to the payload. And what do we write? I could do memcopy, I guess. Doesn't matter. Either way. Either way, bro. Either way. So I guess I would just do like this equals something. And I would be like uint8 payload is equal to so I'll be like if response, I should call it something besides response. Sure. If the response is yes, well, I'll just like declare it here. Payload is equal to 1. Else, payload is equal to 0. Okay, and then that. There we go. So now we've constructed the response frame of a 1 or a 0. And this is great, but we need to, you know, there's this fun thing where you have to forward declare all your functions in C. So we better do that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and call this function in the place where we want to call it. Here. Crap, what's the buffer that I'm sending? That I wanted to put the data in. I think it's this? Yeah. And then it's this. Okay. So this is silly. We don't, that's for the different function. Just making sure, yeah. We don't need this to do anymore. because we've done it basically. This is not relevant currently. Message out size. I don't... Right, we need to determine... Okay. We need to determine the size of the message out. What the heck just happened? OBS, are you okay? Okay, OBS just did something weird. Ignore that. Okay, I got distracted. I want to know the size of our frame. It's header size plus payload length. So 3? It's 3. We are sending a grand total of 3 bytes back in response. It's great. Hi there, Vampire Frog. I only write code related to bodily needs. Amazing. Alright then. We accept all kinds here. You know, whatever... I'm sure you could get something out of my stream. Whatever kind of coding you happen to be doing, hopefully you'll get something out of this stream. I also need to print... I probably want to print this so that I know what's going on, because this is going to be a little bit tricky to debug if I don't. So let me do that. So I'll do like, you know, equals whatever. Okay, and that's my printf. Oh, which reminds me I need to put a new line there. What's the formatted code for a Boolean though? Right? Because you do like %d here for a number, but I wanna I wanna print the word true or false. I want to print the word true or false. What does that mean, anyways? What does that even mean? Are you referring to our friend Vampire Frog? He said he's known as the pee pee poo poo coder. That's what that means. I hope that clears it up. I'm just gonna try %d and see what happens. Okay. So I think this is alright. But wait. Okay, no, it's not alright. I'm not done yet, actually. So I skipped a part. We've determined whether the name is valid, and then we send our response back to the client. But we didn't actually... If the name is valid, then we need to save it. We didn't actually save the name if it's valid. So that's a problem. If name is valid, actually save it. Okay. Yes, I knew I hadn't suffered enough yet writing this. C is so hard, dude. Oh my god, I'm really bad at it. Like, it's... probably objectively speaking, it's not hard, especially to the people that are really good at it. But I've spent most of my time writing like Python and TypeScript. And Yeah, this is hard. Okay, so we have it here in the temp string. Now, here's an interesting thought. I've had to do calloc. I change how I pronounce this every time. Calloc. I've had to do calloc. So so doing this might not actually be necessary. What I could do here is, because what I want to do... Okay, check this out. Because maybe it's not clear why I am getting hung up on this. Okay, what I'd like to do is, if the name is valid, set... Where's the list of usernames? Client names. What I would do is I would set my client index, my username to temp string. I should be able to do that because what we get from calloc is the pointer to the memory that we just allocated, and that's what we're storing here. Is we're storing pointers to the strings. So what we would do is we'd probably just do this. If we have to do a calloc to solve this problem anyways, then what you would do is you would just assign it. That's what you would do in that case. So all this, like, alternatively, I could use this memory that I've already allocated, and copy it from, but that's just like one extra step. Why bother doing that? So I think what I do for this calloc is actually I will calloc 2 bytes. No, I will calloc 1 byte. Yes, I will calloc 1 byte, which will store the empty string. That is what I will do. Yes. And that's all it's storing. And, you know, none of this matters anyways, because it's such a tiny amount of memory. Like at most we're talking about 40 bytes per person. This is like the silliest thing. It's like, it's pennies to the operating system. I don't know why I'm agonizing over this decision, but I don't want to do a mem copy if I don't have to do a mem copy. It just feels better. Oh, okay. All right, Daniel. I'll shepherd your message along over from YouTube to the Kick world. All right, so Vampire Frog. Daniel wants to know if your GitHub is also Vampire Frog, and I'll relay that message back if Vampire Frog is still here. Oh man, I was so excited about simulcasting, and now this happened. Okay, I'm in the wrong section of the code. So I claim I'm done now. I claim I can now test this thing that I've done. Okay. Yeah, I claim that if the name is valid, then this is all we need to do, and then we're done. I think that's right. And then at some later point in the code, we're gonna be the client is gonna be able to send a request to the server that's like, hey, tell me all the people that are in the server, and that'll be an even better test of this. I've received a message on Discord. Oh, this is the... Alright, yeah, that is a pretty funny profile picture. You're right. Okay, I think that's gonna work. I think this will all work. Now, as we know, in programming, it's impossible to just write the thing once and have it work first try. We know this. But yet, I do still hope it will happen. I do have to deal with some minutia first, because we're not even calling this function in the main loop yet. Okay, so that's the name request. God, it's a massive function. And now I have to put all the stuff in it. Okay. Match state, that's pretty clear. Ooh, okay. So another thing I want to do is I want to make the order of the arguments consistent. This should actually be moved up to be second in line. So now that's great. Okay. Header, decoded message in, and then the rest of this is API specific, so I think this is right. Yeah. Client names, I think that's just the name of the variable, yeah. Client file descriptor is going to be client file descriptors I. Num clients is num clients. Message out is message out. Okay. Okay, so I have to change the position of client index to being second in line. Okay, and then I gotta copy this up to the forward declaration. Well, that's a much faster way to do it. I should do that every time. Okay. I claim I can compile it now. Whoo, boy. All right. Not even close to getting it right the first try. I tried using Cringe GPT-3 to write a simple Love2D test app instead of ChatGPT-4, and it kept making the code worse. I don't know what Love2D is. Is that some sort of library? You should call it Cringe GPT 3.5 now to be technically accurate. Oh, it's a Lua game. Oh, right, Lua game engine. Of course, of course. Of course. Give me a second while I go add Lua to the list of banned terms on Kick. Does YouTube? I don't think YouTube has banned terms. No, that can't be true. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Oh, you are actually using 3.0. Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's very cringe then. That's omega cringe. That's Krungo. Referencing a platform that I'm not streaming to at all. Neither of the two platforms have Krungo. Type defaults to int in declaration of handled name request. Okay, what is it? Is this not int? Is I not? Yeah, I is totally int, right? Because I always use int in my loops. Okay, what are you trying to tell me? It's pointing at this, I think. Client file descriptor is pointing at that. Warning, type defaults to int in declaration of... So... Is a client file descriptor not an int? It is an int. What are you talking about? Okay, batch state. I'm going to compare one by one. Client index, header, decoded message in, client names, client file descriptor, num clients, message out buffer size. Okay, maybe I should actually read this. Data definition has no type or storage class. Line 63. Okay. Maybe if you actually read the error message, you could understand what's going wrong. Oh! Now I understand. Okay. Implicit declaration of size of. Oh, I missed. That's a typo. Is this actually line 97? Okay. Alright. What is it? What did it... What was... Huh? What was that just now? Okay. Oh, never mind. It actually was GPT-4. But it must not be the version that knows how to handle code properly. Oh, yikes. Okay, you found like an actual hard coding thing. I mean, Lua is, such an esoteric language that I can't blame ChatGPT for not really knowing how to use it. It's not really true at all. Lua is extremely well known. Okay, this is undeclared. That's fair. Line. Let me just go to line number 511. Okay. Client data num elements. What? Okay, so I forgot to delete that. That's completely unnecessary. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, now the server's running. That wasn't so bad. Now the client. Okay, now we come over to the client. And, okay, here's the client. What's going on with client? I didn't push yesterday's work, which is a little bit risky. This is send name self request. So I think I already implemented the part where we're gonna send the naming request. Okay, so in theory, I just open this up and then we can actually do the test. Okay, so here's our fun little pre-game lobby thing, and we name ourselves. What happens? Currently, nothing happens. Okay. Now we get to play the fun game. Is it the client or the server? I'm pretty sure it's the client, because I didn't even see a message on the client that's like, we're sending a message. Yeah, so we didn't see this. Probably because I didn't call that function. Why would we not call this function? This dot want to send username. This dot want to send username starts out as false and is literally never set to true. Well, that would explain that. So what's supposed to happen is when you click the button, one of these buttons, aha, here we go. Is it supposed to set this to true? We want to send the user. And I think that's literally all the button does. Because then what we have to do is we have to wait until all the other messages that we've queued up have sent themselves. Because it's just so much fun. Because that's how I've designed this. Absolute monstrosity. ABC123. Submit. Okay, it's sending it. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Okay. So I'm going to assume it didn't get a response back. What's happening on the server? Server, what's your deal? Okay, that's not a good sign. I have no idea what my server's deal is, actually, because I don't have enough print statements to tell me. I don't think. What the heck? Okay. Oh my god. Where is the function? Here it is. Okay, so we should have printed this somewhere. And we didn't. That's concerning. Did we actually not send the message correctly? It's possible that this is still a client issue. Okay, so this function that knows how to send the request, what did we send over? Oh. Oh. I understand now. Okay. Huh. So the problem is, whenever we send a message to our server, we need to have, because I described this already, we need to have a number that's like 1 through 7 right now to specify which API we're trying to access. And as you can see, all I'm sending here is a string, the username that I want to specify. So that's not right. what we need to do is we need to send the number 7 plus this. But we need to send the number 7, in binary, not like as a string, so we can't, you can't do like freaking. We can't do this. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. So actually we need to convert this string into binary somehow. Very exciting. Okay, so we're doing this whole deal. Right, we're basically doing this whole deal. This is interesting. I haven't had to do this before. Okay, so this part. I could just could I not just do this and then... Okay, we have... Alright, I'm going to do this in 2 steps with 2 variables. I'm almost certain we're gonna be doing a lot of steps here, so we don't want to overcomplicate it. Okay. So I need to take this guy and put it inside of my array buffer. Yeah. Okay, I think this is just a Google moment, because I think that's going to get me to the answer fastest. JavaScript store string in array buffer. Right? That seems doable. It's definitely a little bit tricky, right? Because the strings is not necessarily 1 character per... It's not necessarily 1 byte per character in... Because I think that these are all like UTF-16 characters or whatever. All I need to do is be able to convert it back, though. Like, whatever format we're using here, I need to make sure I can convert it back. Okay. Stack Overflow says, is there a commonly accepted technique for efficiently converting JavaScript strings to array buffers and vice versa? Specifically, I'd like to be able to write the contents of an array buffer to local storage and read it back. Well, that's not my problem, but... Literally everyone uses UTF-8. Well, so... Well, hold on. I might be talking out of my ass. Hold on. UTF-8. Okay, yeah. No, I was talking out of my ass. I think JavaScript uses UTF-8 too. But the fun... the funny thing is... C doesn't really. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, wait, look at this. Okay. This is kind of what we want, I think. This is probably what we're looking for, something like this. Okay, so what this does This is how we're going to get it back from the server. Is we're just going to get a bunch of uint dates and then which is just bytes, unsigned bytes, and then we're going to decode them into a string. And why did they call their decoder enc? I will never understand. Okay. And then we can... Alright, and so the default here is going to be UTF-8. Okay. So that's fine. What... You know what's a little bit weird? You know what's weird? Okay, I'm thinking of the fact that in our server... You remember our server has this thing, which is a max username length? A UTF-8 character? I think it's multiple bytes. No, it's not. How many bits is... The 8 means 8 bits, right? It's 8 bits. Okay, so it's a byte. It's fine. It's fine, I think. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. Or I just didn't really remember. UTF-8 is variable length encoding. Is variable length encoding. Okay. So if it's an ASCII character, it's just going to be a byte per character. And if you're not using ASCII characters, if you're using a language that, you know, didn't win the lottery of UTF-8 support, and, you know, your characters are towards the back, then you're gonna have you can have to have a shorter name. Cool. Good. This is great. This is cool. Okay. So I think it'll still just work. I think it's just gonna work. Okay, so we just need a text encoder and a text decoder, and then we'll you know, we'll all have a Merry Christmas. What encoding scheme is that? Baudot? Baudot? B-A-U-D-O-T? Oh, for the International Teleprinter Code. Oh my god, I'm disappointed that I didn't know about it. Dude, that's a perfect idea, of course. Only 5 bits per character, then. It's genius. That's great. That's a good idea. And pray tell, obviously I'm going to new it. Okay, you don't take anything in as an argument. Oh my god, look at this. For a more... Oh, wait. Oh no, I'm scared now. For a more scalable, non-native library, see string view, a C-like representation of strings based on typed arrays. Don't tell me that. I don't want options right now. I'm just going to use a text encoder, and it's going to work fine. Don't tell me that, like, if I'm using C, it's going to... No, I think it's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Text encoder, text encoder dot encode username. And now we got the uint8 array. It's perfect. And so now, we're making progress. All I have to do is stick this in here somehow. Boop boop, badoop. Boop boop, badoop. Boop boop, badoop. Actually, you know, probably one thing I do. Oh, you know what just occurred to me? This is fun. Okay, check this out. When the user submits their username, they want to know in advance if it's too long or too short, right? So one thing that I could do is I could be like, let username, you know, just like the same thing I already did, and I could be like input.value. I could be like this. And you would think I could just do something like if username.length is less than 3, or username.length is greater than 40, then I don't know. Don't set that to true, or whatever. Or like only set it to true if it's within the bounds. So I have to reverse this. You'd think that this is what you would do. I'm pretty sure this is not what you do. I'm pretty sure this is not what you do. I'm pretty sure what you have to do is whenever the user clicks the button, you have to whip out your text decoder or your text encoder, and you got to figure out how many bytes it's going to convert to at the end of the day, because string length does not equal byte length. Okay, we have to test this, though. Okay, we're going to test this. Okay. The string length is easy. That's just like my string length. So will my normal 3-character username be valid, or is it too short? I think 3 is fine. 3 is the minimum, but it's allowed. Yeah, 3 is fine. And then what we do for this is new text decoder or encoder. Dot encode my string dot byte length. That's not how you spell that. Oh, and I need the one. Okay, so that's the first test. And then we need some foreign characters. Okay. So give me a moment while I go search the web for some I mean, I could probably just find it in like the Wikipedia for UTF-8. Give me the table. Give me the table. Give me... It doesn't have a table? Well, that's silly. UTF-8 table. Okay, here we go. There seems fewer than I thought. What? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So at most, here. It looks like at most it's 2 bytes. Which is a little bit surprising. Oh, no, it's just lying to me. Maybe it's because... Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit unreasonable. It's possible that there's like 1 million, so... Here, let's go... Yeah, these are the 4 byte ones. Well, okay. That's not very fun. Chess symbols, that's fun, right? What is going on? Oh, that's blinding. God, I regret that. What? Why are they just empty boxes? That makes me sad. Oh, okay, here we go. The fact that it's capitalized is very funny. UTF-8 is an encoding that supports non-Unicode characters. You don't have to have a font that knows what to do with them. Yeah, no, I agree, but I would like something comprehensible to be outputted in my print statement, is all. Okay, so we're gonna do chair, ringed planet, and let's get a banjo, because I don't actually know what a deal lamp is. Okay, here we go. So so it should say, oh, okay. Make sure I do this. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I need to npx webpack you, and then we're going. Okay, let's look at this here. Yeah. Yikes. Oh my god, that's even different than I expected. What the what the fuck? String length is 6? I thought it would be 3. It's fine. It doesn't I don't really need to know how to do it. I got there. I appreciate you though. Why is the string length 6 though? That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Okay. Um yeah, so as expected we have an issue. Um okay. Let's we're gonna basically make a utility function that what? Okay, that's a different util. Don't confuse me. We're gonna make a new utility function that tells us the byte length of a string. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna return new text encoder. We know how to do this. We just did it. Dot encode string dot byte length. Awesome. Why are you speaking in tongues to me, Daniel? That will test all the newest Unicode. I need to support runic usernames. No, it's all that test was doing was just to confirm that there would be a difference between the string length and the encoded length. Now that I know that I have to use encoded length, it should work for literally anything. I could, I could test your runes if you wish. Although I can't test all of them simultaneously because the max size is 40, so I'd have to go change the max size if I wanted to do that, which I actually could easily, but I don't know. Yeah, that would be a little bit fun, I guess. Okay, so we say let username byte length equal. And now how do how do you explain this to a user? Right? I don't know what the desired user experience is here. I'll just pop up, I'll just make a pop-up and just like try to explain to them the concept of character encoding. Just don't make it too long. Yeah. They've got their username is like I don't know, like 5 chairs, 4 banjos, and a ringed planet, and I'm like, that username is too long. uh, I could. Okay. I actually, for some reason, I didn't consider this. I could just only allow ASCII characters, right? Oh my god, I know what that is that you just posted. Yeah, yeah, it's a yeah, I remember that. I've seen that YouTube clip of that Welsh town. Uh, um, okay, so let's actually. You know what? I think I am gonna do that because that sounds fun. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Um, we're gonna say the max username length is 4,000, 40,000, 400,000. It doesn't need to be 400,000. And then what I want to do is I actually just want to print the name that we got. Printf username is. We'll just do that, and then we'll do %s and temp string. That works, right? %s is how you print strings. I think that's right. And a new line. Okay. So I forget if there was actually anything wrong with the server. I think the server is good. I think the server is pretty chill right now. Right? Yeah, I think the server is pretty chill. So, yeah. So let's test this now. So we'll do npx webpack on it. Oh yeah, I'll remove the byte length restrictions. We'll do the npx webpack. I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, so this is booted up. Yeah, the test is a test. Okay, and then I copy your Moonspeak into it. You have to go to dinner. I'll be back in a bit. At the worst time. That's fine. I'm probably gonna stop streaming soon, by the way, so I might not be here when you get back. Okay, I sent it. It's been sent. And what did the server get? What's the server up to right now? Server, give me anything. Oh, actually, okay. I didn't actually finish implementing the thing. Okay, this is gonna take a minute. This is actually gonna take a minute. I got caught up in the excitement of printing runic characters in my terminal. I need to actually copy the data into the message. Not that. This. Yeah. I need to copy this into the message. What's the least stupid way to like append? Is there a way to do that? Data dot. There's just get and set. I think I have to do this in a for loop. Okay, that's fine. Set uint 8. 4 plus I. Username buffer I. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it. Wait. I'm setting it to the value 4. That's not actually the right number. The code that you use is to send an is 6. We want to use 6 instead. Now it should work. Now it should work. Now we come over to the game server. Boop. Boop. Oh, okay. No, I understand that one. I know what I did there. When you create an array buffer, you have to specify its initial size. So I need to do 4 plus username buffer dot byte length. Okay. Server in the background. Doing server things. Client in the foreground, doing client things. Runic symbols. What does the server get? Come on. Come on. It didn't print anything. What happened? We saw this. This happened. I don't understand. It's like 10 bytes? 10 bytes. First int is 4? What? This is... what is this? This must have been like the initial information request. Or something. What's 4? That's a sign up? A sign up counts. Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's right. The sign up counts request. Yeah, that's being sent repeatedly. What the heck? Okay, for one thing, I'd like to comment out some of these print statements. What? I don't need... okay, I don't need that. Okay, I've needed to do that for a long time. This will help with my debugging, I think. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, so this is fine. And then we copy the message. Oh, hey. Yeah. Okay. Um, well, that's disappointing. It does say the name is valid, but that's not that's not what it was supposed to print. And you send 3 bytes back. Does it say? Okay, the fact that it got a response back is not totally clear. I mean, the button became active again, so it's probably... I should definitely have a another print statement here that's like, hey, your username is valid, or no, it's not valid. Handle name, oh, well, here you go, check this out. Handle name self-response is taken is equal to this. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out how to print a string in C. This is a disaster. How to print a string in C. Okay, it's also saying the %s format specifier. Oh, that's a concern. What does that sound? Is it fucking fireworks or some shit? Alright, give me a second. Okay, so this is great. I just it's just like really freaking close, loud fireworks going off. Um, which is, I mean, there's no way you can't hear that shit. What the fuck? All right. Well, I don't know. I have no idea the cause of the. I tried to Google like today's date plus fireworks and where I live. Well, this is frustrating. Offenses. Okay. Maybe. Nobody, you know what? Nobody asked my permission to shoot off fireworks. Uh, how very dare they? How very dare they? Okay, I'm not finding a clear answer on like why there's fireworks going off right now. Give me 1 second. Okay. So what are we doing? We're trying to figure out how to print something in C. I'm on a terrible website called Scalar.com that keeps popping shit up, trying to like distract me or whatever. Okay. From what I can tell, the printf is supposed to work. From what I can tell, the printf is supposed to work. And let me go look at the server again. Okay. So this is not the server. The freaking fireworks show in my backyard, dude. Jesus Christ. Okay. So when I print this, I just get literally nothing. Okay, so I should eliminate the possibility that it's like the runic characters being weird, right? So that's what I'll do. I'll like cuz this is right? Like well, yeah, this might not be totally right, but it's totally distracting. um Okay, so we do the test again. Let's just run the test again, right? Yeah, we just run the test again with some different characters and see what happens there. Okay. Okay, so yeah, once again, it did not print the username. Hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, it didn't work. No, you don't. You don't hear a thunderstorm. You hear a frickin' fireworks show, practically happening in my backyard. It's great. Having a good time. Life is wonderful. But yeah, here's what happened when we tried to print the username. It's just it's like blank for some reason. It's very strange. Is it a good show? At least, I mean, I, it might be. In fact, I'm sure it's a great show, but I don't. I black out my windows, so. At least from this room, I can't really see them. Ah, okay, okay. Okay, it's some local university event going on. Okay. Thank God. I figured it out. A fellow mole person I see. Yes, yes. Dude, I don't understand. I don't. Okay. It's a little bit weird to have blacked out windows in, like, your office. Okay. The reason I do that is because my office is on the ground floor, and if somebody's, like, in my backyard, or. No, that's not true. They don't even have to be in my backyard. They could just be, like, my neighbor, and they could see in through the window. I don't want to. I don't want to have a weird moment where I just like catch the eye of my neighbor while I'm trying to do work. Like that's I don't. That's weird. I don't want that. So that's why these windows are like that. And then for my bedroom, yeah, I don't understand how people sleep with like any amount of light coming into their bedroom. It's absurd. I don't. I don't get it. Because of course, there's like street lights and ambient lighting. That's what a mirror tinge is for. Yeah, no, that would totally work. That would totally work. You watch them, they don't watch you. No, yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I could probably do that. I just happen to have the blacking out material on hand, so I didn't want to have to buy two separate kinds of material. I've also never used the mirror stuff before. It's a good idea. I'd really like to know what the frick is happening with our data right now, though. Okay, because like we're clearly look here we are. We're printing the temp string. Let's do print bits. This is a little bit extreme. And how does print bits work? Oh, I need to know how many to print. Let's print. Let's do this. Oh, I can also. Okay, another thing I could do for diagnostic purposes is. Okay. Username length is 4. That's a good sign. This is the binary. That's not right. Yeah. No, that's not right. But wait a second. Look at... This is 2, 4... So this is 6. Okay. I might know a problem that it has. Which is... Okay, this is the first 4... Okay, I'm copying some of the wrong data for the first thing. So what this is the integer 6, which is a part of the message, but it's just the first part of it. There should be more that comes after it. So I need to do +4, basically. And I need to memcopy username length. That's important. But wait a second. Payload length. What? Wait a second. Okay, there's some weird things going on here for sure. Okay, I've done many things wrong with this code. That's for sure. Okay, this code was totally wrong. I made the change that fixed it here, but I just didn't propagate it through the rest of the code. Okay. Are we good? What new strange sound is happening outside? Can we stop with the weird outside noises? I don't know what the heck I just heard. It sounded like some kind of gardening tool. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. I think I fixed the problems and it should just work now, right? Being a mole 100% of the time is not recommended, which is why I'm only a mole 90% of the time. Yeah, it's true. I need to go outside more often. That's one thing that I have an issue with. So yeah, I feel you there. Okay, what did the server get? Yes, we look at us. We have a username. Oh my god. Okay, now we can do the hard version of this. We don't need to print out the bits anymore. Go touch grass. Yeah, dude, it is a literal classic touch grass moment. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Okay, so we run the server, we run the client, and we just test it with a harder string this time. Here's the runic symbols. I thought I thought this was going to be all fixed long before you came back, Daniel, but now, look at us. Now it's going to work this time, for sure. Yeah! Woo! We got the username. That's a very short 286 bytes. Oh my goodness. We got there. No Unicode 15.1. Those are the square boxes at the end, right? Yeah. I mean, even the YouTube live chat. I don't know if it's like this on your end, but the live chat output that I see also, they are just boxes. So I have to assume And also this is the terminal, right? Yeah, I think it's okay. But that's basically it. Okay, that's gonna be it. I have been streaming for 2 hours, which is pretty good. And yeah, I'd like to stop programming now. So I will do that. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who stopped by today. Although I suspect many of you have left. But thank you. It was cool. We had El Unknown pop back in. We had Meme Man. We had Soap Friend. We even had this guy Carvacake. That sounds bad. I don't know if I should be saying that name, but and Vampire Frog and Weedy. We had some great people here today, which is way more than the usual 0 to 1 viewers. So that's exciting. All right, I'm gonna head out now. Tomorrow's Thursday. I might stream Thursday. We'll see. Hope to see you then. Until then, farewell.